Welcome to today's video. Today we'll start from the inside because I don't want to show you from the beginning what we are driving today. It's something very special from its design and it's not exactly what you expect it to be. First, the brand. It's a Hyundai. We're driving a Hyundai. Some of you may know already, oh, okay, I know what he's talking about. For the others, it's not the Hyundai you expect. In my opinion, this is, or I thought first, this is thought to be or meant to be a family car. Afterwards, when you drive it, when you're in it and you see what you have, you notice it is definitely a family car, but it is also a business car. So this is also perfect for a company that, let's say, drives VIPs from the airport to the hotel. Of course, you have leather seats. You can move them however you need to move them. In the middle, you have the console for changing gear. When you start your engine, a very nice design. It welcomes you. It tells you hello, here we are. It asks you if you're driver 1 or 2. So you have also the possibility to have favorites, so your seat is always the same. Something I've never saw before. You don't always have to turn and say, hey, what's going on with your family or with your VIP, whatever. You can check from here, you can talk from here. So this camera is really something that is for me very special because I like so little gadgets. This is something else for me. You have the map. It works, it isn't buggy, you can move it around and it is really not that buggy. There are other cars you move and it doesn't move at all. So then you have your rear camera, that's your rear camera. You also have 360 degrees camera and look, it's not that buggy at all, huh? It really works. You can also control the climate for the rear, but very specially, people from the back can also change their climate how they want. So it's not necessary that you have to check for them. They can do it by themselves. So then you have also, as you may see, you have different drive modes. Right now we're in normal. I click the drive mode button, it changes to eco, and then we have sport. You feel the gearbox changing and of course your accelerator, it reacts much faster. Otherwise, I have to be honest, the sports mode is cool, but this is a car that isn't meant to be driven fast. And I think we all agree with that because yeah, it has 177 horsepower. It's not that much, but it works perfectly. Let's go to the outside. As you may see, it rains a little bit. I don't know if you see it. It doesn't matter. We go outside, so he always informs you, please check the seats behind. Okay, nice. Raining. So now I can show you the car. This is the Hyundai Staria we're driving today. The Hyundai Staria is something very special. It is right now and it will be in the future because this, when you look at it from right now, it's a car from the future. Look at that. Look at those headlights. That thin line. The funny thing about this car is it's not an electric car. First, when I saw this car only on pictures or in videos, I thought, okay, it's gonna be a new electric car from Hyundai. No. It's a 2.2 diesel engine in this car. When you go shopping with this car, you have to be very careful. I show you why. Look how big the trunk is. You really have to be careful, huh? In situations like this, it is really perfect. It's like a roof, so I don't get wet. That's really perfect. But otherwise, you have to take care. It's really big. Right now, this is the space we have, the trunk, with my cameras, whatever. Let's say we need more space for our children, for the people who have here behind, our 3 people. Then you take this latch, only pull it, and it isn't even heavy. Huh? Now I have space for my bag, only for my bag. Let's say some 3-4 bags more, but whatever, that's it. Huh? But then we have space for our passengers. Afterwards, we have our side doors. They're really big, they're cool. You only have to pull it like this, it opens for you. Really, really, really cool. And really, I have to be honest, I didn't expect something like this from Hyundai. Don't get me wrong, but this is something you expect from a Mercedes. You click here again, door closes. No issues, huh? Really calm. You have one window on this side, you have one window on this side to open. I think that's enough because you have climate control, like I told you already, behind. But what is really cool, you can have your privacy. Just pull this down and you have your privacy. Little gadgets, but useful gadgets. First of all, you have heated seats and you have climate seats for passengers, huh? Of course in the front, but also here in the back. You can press here and you can change the seat in every position you need. So you that are sitting here, you have always the best seating position. Now, what is really cool for me is you have lounge seats. I don't know how many times you've been sitting in a lounge in an airport or I don't know where, or in a business class in an airplane. I have to be honest, me neither. I don't sit that much in business class or in lounges. But in this car, you can have it for an affordable price. Let me show you what I mean. So here we are again. First of all, I can change everything on that seat if I would be the driver. I can also change the position from the front, however I want. And I can change the position in this situation, even however you need it. You can change the seating position in every situation. Lounge, that's the key word here. Because we have one button here, we press it. And we're really in lounge mode. I've never seen this in a Hyundai or in a similar car in this price range. I mean, I'm lying right now. I'll come back. You press the other button. You have one to lay down and one to come back. And here we are again. I think it's time to drive. Let's go to the driving seat again. Let's close again, open the other door. So, let's take this car to a drive and let's see what we expect, what we can expect. I mean, I drove it already. I didn't expect it to be that good. So let's take it to a drive and we're off. I have like two side mirrors, one here and one on my display. Right now we're driving in normal mode. Perfect. It is here when it has to be here. The car is here, the accelerator it is soft, but like I told you, it's not a sports car. It's a really, in my opinion, a really good family car or a really good VIP car. Of course, it has lane assistance, as you may hear. He already told me you're not driving on the right lane. I want you to drive on. That's okay for me. But here you have the possibility, lane assistance with assistance that he turns for you. I don't know how to explain it. It's not like the EQS, he does everything for you, because we're not on the same level. We don't have to compare those two. But what I don't like that much, he turns in when he likes to turn in. He doesn't know how long the turn will be. So sometimes he turns in too early, then you don't feel comfortable. You would drive the turn not like the car is expecting you to drive the turn. It's not what I like, but it's a little help. Let's say if you're unsure, we have some roads that are really narrow in Switzerland. For example, there it can be a good help. You don't need to wrestle with it and say, no, I want to drive right now. No, it helps you, it's gentle. If you want, you can push on the other side or turn to the other side. It won't be a big issue, or it isn't a big issue. I don't have any issues right now. I'm using it. It's helping when it wants, but I still can push on the other side and it's no issue. This 2.2 diesel engine works really good. It's not loud, as well, we have to be fair. Nowadays diesel engines aren't anymore the ones from the first generation Sprinter that you hear howling through the whole city. They become better, but still you don't hear it. It's not that loud. It's really calm. Right now we're driving at 60. That's also a very 60 kilometers per hour. Sorry, that's also a very comfortable speed. Those 177 horsepower is more than enough. I think when you're full you need them, but otherwise I think that's more than enough. Right now we're a little bit in a urban district. Afterwards we'll drive over some bumps and let's see how it reacts. I have to be honest, I didn't expect it to be that good. I expect it to be good because it's a new car, but it's really well done. So also here in the interior, it's not that bad of quality. Not that I expected it to be a bad quality, but it's better than I expected to be. I mean, of course, it's not everything leather, but we're not on this price range. We have to be really fair. We're talking about, I can tell you the price afterwards, but we're talking about the really fair price for a new car with this space, with this power, let's say, also with those 177 horsepowers, and we're having a really good steering wheel. It feels comfortable. What you may expect also, this car from the outside, it looks big. It isn't short or little in any sense, of course. And even if you're sitting in here, I don't know if you have this sense of space, but I can't touch the other camera. So we're having really a lot of space in here. First, when I sat in here, I thought, ooh, maybe I will feel a little bit uncomfortable because, yeah, I mean, I like to drive a lot of cars. I drove already bigger cars, but I wasn't sure how it would feel. But that's no issue at all, I have to be honest. You have absolutely control with your mirrors. All three mirrors are the perfect size. You don't feel uncomfortable at any moment. Let's see right now. I'll drive a little bit a narrow road. Okay, let's go. Okay, here we go. No issue at all. I don't feel uncomfortable at any moment. I feel in control, and this is not something that is, don't get me wrong, but a lot of new cars, you feel like you're in a tank because, of course, no, I wanted to correct myself already, but yeah, I think in a lot of cars today you feel like you're in a tank. You don't always feel like you're having control. You're seeing everything you need because sometimes you're sitting that low, and the cars nowadays, the windows are that high up. You don't feel really in control, but afterwards you drive a little bit, you get used to it. You're in control. No, we don't need to discuss about that, and you have a lot of driving assistants that help you. But this car, I have to be honest, you don't need to get used to anything. You're really in control. Of course, you're driving higher. That means you naturally see more, but still, it's not that you expect it to be that way. The panorama roof in the front, you can also move by hand, but you can also open it. Right now it's raining, sadly, otherwise I would like to open it to hear how loud it is or how loud doesn't it is. What I just noticed, you have two pedals. You also can change gears manually with the pedals. It works quite fast. It lets you do funny things. Okay, no, 2 gears he doesn't like. He wants us in 6th. I wanted to go down to 4th. He doesn't like that much. I completely understand. I mean, it's not a car which you need to be fast afterwards. I'll change the drive mode right now. If you hold drive mode, he have the drive mode smart. That means he notices whatever you want. Let's try it out. I wanted to try right now sport, but let's try smart. I'm really interested. He's in smart. Yeah, okay, I know. He noticed what I want when I push down the accelerator, but he still needs to think about it. It's clearly it's nothing bad. I changed to sports right now because I want to try the sports mode. Let's see what we can expect. I have an Audi RS4 in front of me. Let's see if we can expect the same. No, just kidding. Okay, the accelerator is a little bit more, it's a little bit quicker. If you push it a little bit, it's already here. And the gearbox, it's the difference. When you're driving and change the drive modes, you feel the gearbox being stiffer. Clack, it gives you the little bit of seriousness. It tells, okay, now we're serious, now we can go. Okay, now he lets you also change gears faster. Okay, yeah, I mean the sports mode is nice to have. You have 7 gears, that's crazy. The sports mode is nice to have. I think nowadays it's normal. It's also cool that you feel a little bit of difference. Sometimes sports modes are just here to be called sport mode, but they don't give you any different feeling. But here you really feel the gearbox. But this car is also something I just thought about. It's not what it's meant to be, but you could make a cool camper out of it because you really have a lot of space. It's not a car where you have a lot of angles and shapes and funny things that you can't use. Some cars, for example, you can't use up to its maximum height because you have a lot of angles on the side that take you away some space. But here you really have everything. You could make a really cool camper out of it. I'm no expert in it, but I think you could also, because you have here 12 volts and 180 watts socket. So I think you could put a little kitchen in here. I don't know if you have enough space, but it would be possible. Maybe here on the Staria. I don't know, just kidding with the kitchen, but I think it would be possible. This as a camper could be really nice. Here we go again with the prices. It's cheaper than those VW or Volkswagen Surf, for example. They're really cool. They are also meant to be some kind of a camper, but they're at a different price range. But I mean, if you have some abilities, you can work with your hands. Of course, you can make a camper out of this car. I'm sure. I'm really sure. I think we can also talk about the price right now. As I told you already, I live in Switzerland, so it will be in francs. You get this car. This right now we're sitting in. You get for 66,200 francs. Which I think is a really fair price. You have a lot of space for your passengers, but also if you have to deliver something, whatever, you have a lot of space. You have enough power. It's not like you're running poor on power. You're having modern interior. You're having really everything. You're having even, let's say, things that are a little bit futuristic, or are getting normal but aren't yet. Let's say, for example, when you put on your turning signs, you have your mirror on your dash, and I mean, that's a little gadget, but that's the future. That is what is asked, and is also what increases driving security. So, only thing for me to say, thank you very much to Garage Andermatt to letting me drive this Hyundai Staria, for this experience. And like that, let's end it in the most comfortable way, yeah?